Hey guys, it's been a long time since I've talked directly to you. How are you? Um, this channel has been through a lot because when I started my YouTube channel was in 2006, the same year YouTube started. And I was working at Paramount Pictures and I was working on my own like films and screenplay ideas. Um, and I wanted to have a place where I would journal about what it was like to work full time and be trying to, sorry about that, um, what it was like to pursue filmmaking. And so I used it as a journal. It was the early days of YouTube. I'll pop some videos in here of me, like probably in my bathroom because I had the best lighting. But like the cameras were horrible, the connections were horrible. Like, oh my gosh, everything's come so far. I should have brought water with me. My mouth. I'm on my walk. Um, and now here I am sitting outside on a walk on my iPhone, and it's just like amazing how far everything has come. But um, what I really want my YouTube channel to be is I want to go through burnout. I don't want to go through the burnout with you, but I want to talk to you about the burnout that I went through and loss. I lost several people during a short period of time. And but I started going through the burnout before I lost the first person. So that was fun. That was like really emphasized. But I kind of stopped sharing my journey then because it was so personal and I was so ripped apart. And also, burnout to me is an injury to the part of ourselves that's inspired. And that's what makes it so hard to heal from, and what makes it so horrible is because it's the part of you that gets inspired. It's your connection as a human to the spirit world. And that is where the injury is. And you have no idea how long it's going to take to come back. You don't know if it's ever going to come back. I didn't think I would ever come back. And it wasn't just burnout for me, it was also trauma and, sorry, I have like something in my mouth. Trauma and like significant loss, very tragic loss. And I was just sort of crushed into the ground. And so it took me years, and I made video diaries about it. So I'm going to include them for you here so you can kind of see the journey. Because I didn't want to like get past all of it and then just be like, yeah, it was hard. But anyways, I got over it, you know. I wanted to really show like what it was like because it is so dark and so scary. I gained so much weight, which I am now in the process of working on getting myself healthy again. But this is like attempt number 5 of trying to get healthy again. So it's not like there's a linear road. It's not like you just go from like burnout and loss to like getting healthy. Like there were so many starts and stops, and there's someone coming running. So hold on just a second. After all of the loss and the burnout and everything, after about 2 or 3 years, I started a podcast called I Have Dreams, Damn It. And that was sort of where I put all of my messaging and messages. I'll include a link in the show notes if you're interested. And I'm going to resume that. I've taken some time off from that because I needed to process what I was learning. I didn't want to just be showing up because it's kind of like, this is the most important thing in my life is to heal from this, because it's either that or I die. Because I felt like dying. I didn't want to live. I didn't want to do anything. So getting myself back on my feet in every sense of the word, in the phrase, whatever, was my number one priority. It was not being consistent with a podcast, you know, because I knew that there would come a day once I was on my feet that consistency would be something to strive for again. So anyways, it was just very difficult, and I did put most of my messaging into the podcast, which I really love. My podcast, love. It kind of became my YouTube channel. And I was always trying to figure out, how do I incorporate some of the podcast messaging into my YouTube channel? So I'll still be figuring that out. You'll see some of that here. And then also I started a podcast called Death Talk Podcast because I really wanted to talk about death. And if you've dealt with someone dying recently, you may have felt the same way, where you want to talk about, where are they? What is death? What the hell? So I just wanted to do that. So I wanted to interview people. And then I got to a point where I needed to set that aside as well. There's a lot of great episodes in there, a lot of great interviews. I learned a lot from people. There's still some that I haven't released yet. I have to switch arms. Hold on. Ugh. But I'll put the link to that podcast as well. It's just deathtalkpodcast.com. I have dreamsdammit.com. But anyways, so I always found ways to try to get messaging out there and to communicate with you, because I wanted to like let you know that I was okay and that these are the things I'm dealing with. This is what I'm learning. But another thing I really want to say is that that's a huge part of who I am, though, is that I always try to take any adversity that I go through or that I see my friends going through and find the message in that, find the lesson, and share that with you. And it was really hard because when I was burning out and all that I was mad at life. I was mad at God. I didn't want to be here. I felt like, what kind of sick joke is this? What is this? Why is this even happening? And so it was really hard for me to want to really share anything. But when I did get those messages about certain things, I put them in the podcast. And when I look back now, I think even when I was broken and I was just a fraction of myself and I was severely going through the darkest grief and trauma and everything, burnout, I still wanted to share my message. I still wanted to share hope with people and inspiration and trying to find the lessons for things and just still reaching my hand back to anyone else on this journey and being like, I'm here, you're not in this alone, like, we'll figure it out. So I'm proud of myself for that. And that's so who I am, and that's why burning out was so traumatic for me, because I'm like, that's my identity. It's more than just me trying to be helpful. It's literally like a huge part of my identity. I've always been this way. So when I burned out and I couldn't do it, it hurt me so much. It was like my whole identity was gone. So anyways, I'm on my way back. I'm far, far, far healed and into it now. I have a lot of things to share with you. And I just wanted to pop on and make a quick video. Maybe if I stop overthinking it and trying to be so perfect and trying to be like, should I make it like a whole video where I edit it and I have music? Or should I just pick up the phone and start talking? Or should I have a really cool background? And then I'm like, I go on my walks. That's when I feel calm and centered. Let me just record a video talking to you from my heart, and we're gonna go from there. And so I'll see you in the next video and we'll go from there. Take care.